There are exactly 4 things on this planet that may be hard: Viagra, Markiplier, women, and indie games. Indie games are so fucking good. They're like if you took a really shitty AAA game and gave it to devs that actually put lots of passion, love, and care into the project. Indie games are also normally much cheaper, fun, and overall more enjoyable than AAA games because of this. They rock. This is because they're not like the AAA industry, who pump out practically the same slop every year to few years with a different coat of paint on it. They're all unique and bring so many gameplay types and different opportunities to the table. But I know what you're thinking. Glitch, if indie games are so fucking good, why don't you give us some examples or evidence to back this up? Well, my scrimpy squonkers, I'm about to tell you. In this next segment, I will rush through 3 cool, yet different indie games in the form of an advertisement to really showcase the diversity of some of these games and what indie games can bring to the table compared to AAA studios. So let's get into it. Here are my 3 indie game case studies. Numero uno, Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is a 2022 roguelike published by Devolver Digital and developed by Massive Monster. So what's so special about this game compared to the other cool little indie roguelikes, which is most of the fucking genre of indie game, they're all roguelikes. So what's so special about this game compared to other cool indie roguelikes? Indoctrination. Yep, that's right. The gameplay is split into 2 core parts. The gameplay is split into 2 core parts, caring for your cultists and developing/upgrading your camp, as well as dungeon crawling, where you use weapons, abilities and tarot cards to murder divine gods and recruit more people into your silly little cult. The game has also had a massive content update relatively recently, which adds hours of new gameplay options and replayability to the game. And with more updates planned for later on in the pipeline of this year, this game is practically a must-buy. Literally, the day I'm recording this, they announced the new Don't Starve Together collab update with a whole new game mode and decorations and members and shit, but yeah. Numero dos. Toem, or Tome, I don't know how the fuck you pronounce it. Toem is a cute little photography game released in 2021 by small indie team Something We Made. Since then, it has been updated with a huge post-game content expansion called Basto. In this game, you are tasked with taking pictures of animals, people, places, or things in order to satisfy the needs of the residents in each level. It is an amazing yet short game that you should get to chill to or just vibe to. The main campaign can be easily beaten in around 4 hours, but with a sizable post-game also available, the game is definitely worth picking up if you have the money or it's on sale. Numero tres, One Armed Cook. One Armed Cook is a chaotic online multiplayer game published and developed by Dundle. In this game, you and your friends must try and satisfy customers' orders, with the only catch being that you only have one arm, and there's ragdoll physics. This game is absolutely hilarious to play with friends and is constantly being updated with new maps, food, and DLC, yes, paid DLC, to keep the experience fresh for everyone. One Armed Cook is free on Steam, so there's no excuse not to play it, unless you have no friends, that is, although some of the DLC maps do cost money. Well, there you are. Those were 3 examples of some awesome indie games, which proves that pretty much every indie game has a lot of heart, soul, and passion put into them. Okay, maybe not all indie games, but you get where I'm coming from. Heck, indie games might have even replaced AAA for me. As much as I love franchises such as Sackboy, Mario, Pokemon, Pikmin, Zelda, and more, indie games often release more frequently, bug-free and across multiple platforms at once, with the developer often taking feedback from the community to heart to make their game better and to patch bugs quicker. I'd say that I'm more hyped for Deltarune Chapter 3 than I was for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at launch. Another point is that AAA games are becoming more predatory with microtransactions for in-game skins, loot and items, with paid DLC also being on the rise instead of free content updates like before. Also, look at games like Animal Crossing New Horizons, which was stripped of practically all the content at launch, only for it to be released every few months in tiny updates when it should have been there when the game released. Look, I know it may look like I'm completely shitting on the AAA industry for the sake of it, which I am, but that's because, as a long-time console player, I'm slowly losing interest in the main hitters for the console, such as Mario, Zelda, Sackboy.
You can also get jiggy and shake your sack booty by waving the wire,
Halo, etc. And I'm looking towards indie games, because indie games are what AAA isn't. They're daring. unique and push the boundaries of gaming to new directions that we've never seen before, instead of being the same game copy-pasted 100 times with very little changes in mechanics. Well, that's my spiel on why indie games are awesome. Let me know your favourite indie games down below. And I still have that erection.